Hello and welcome to my organic Macon, Georgia garden. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Lisa Ann Spencer, sitting out in my swing drinking Vita Coco watered down. It's very refreshing when you're outside sweating. I haven't been really working in the garden today. I'm dressed. That's because we went to town today. But I did walk through the garden just to see what I could video to show you all this week. We went to Dickey's farm in Musella, Georgia, not far from us, and got some peaches. It's toward the end of the peach season, so we wanted to go one more time. So that was nice. Got some peach ice cream. It was delicious. If you haven't been, you should go. It's worth a day trip to come to Musella. Okay, so as I walk through my garden this evening, sweating, sweat dripping in my eyes, I'm so negative. It's hot. It's like really hot and humid. It's so unpleasant. So I have not been working in my garden much at all lately. I go out some mornings, but even the mornings have just been so terrible. Mostly I was harvesting the last few tomatoes that are coming, what okra I have left, and a few peppers, and I see a lot of disappointing things in my garden. And when you have a small garden like I do, you put a lot of hope into the little small area. So I think when you have disappointments, you feel them more. They seem bigger. So I have to kind of renew my mind and say, okay, be thankful. I think one of the things that frustrates me is, like, if I was depending on my garden to feed my family, we would starve to death. True story. So let me tell you all the terrible things first. I told you last time about the corn and the okra blowing over, I think, and the kids were able to get out there and upright it, but it did stress it, so it didn't do as great as it should have. But I did get a harvest of corn, and I picked an ear just a few minutes ago just to bring it and show you, and it had a big old corn earworm in it. So here it is, and it should be bigger than that, so they're a little small, but this is a medium size ear. I went in and harvested like the 12 or 15 biggest ears, which, I wanted to feed my family the best, so I made a batch of cream corn, and it was delicious. This is North Georgia Dent corn. It's a field corn. So the reason I grow it is because I'm going to let it stand back there and dry, and then I will harvest it and grind it, and what I really love it for is to make my cornbread dressing at Thanksgiving. So do come back in November to watch for that video. I do plan to make a video on grinding the corn and also maybe making the dressing. Another failure was my two big, beautiful bell pepper plants. They were loaded with fruit, and the ground being so dry and sandy here, I had them staked, but they were heavy laden with fruit, which is a lovely thing, but when we watered, they just broke right in half. So I had to harvest all my peppers early, my bell peppers. I did get a good harvest. We chopped them and put them in the freezer, and that was good. It wasn't a loss. It was just disappointing. My tomatoes are dying, but that's kind of the norm. I still am harvesting a few, and we haven't gotten tired of them yet, but it's end of the year, so I would have wished them to last a little longer, not succumb to the disease so soon. But anyway, but my okra is terrible. It's supposed to be nematode resistant, and it's just fainting from the heat, which normally, you know, that wouldn't be much of a problem, except the nematodes get into the roots and the plant has to struggle to take up moisture and nutrition. So my okra is not going to be a really good crop. So anyway, but there are some good things, and so that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to take you around and just give you an update on some of the positive things in my garden. Some of my figs have finally begun to ripen. You see those? Of course, we have to get a ladder to get them, but there's a beauty. And there's a few back there, and there's some way up high, and they are so delicious. Let's see if I can get one. And there's one that's not quite ready yet. So there's some really nice ones. Everything is looking kind of, you know, dry and wilty. There's a few tomatoes hanging on. I'm going to go ahead and cut those. Tomato vines are mostly dead. You can see, you know, how dry, and the zinnias are all grown in between. There's one that's reaching for the sky. Let's take a look at that one. Oh, it's very beautiful. See, there's a positive. There's a beautiful yellow one. Beautiful red one, purple. Oh, there's a garden spider, and it's busy wrapping something up. See if I can get it to focus better. Ooh la la, I scared her. My gourds are still down there, getting big. Bigger and bigger every day. So that'll be fun. And yeah, garden spider. Look at, you see her? She's a big one. She just caught her a bug too. A leaf hopper, one of those black and red striped ones. Let's see if I can get a closer up. Ooh, she's a beauty. You see one of my rose petals in the web. Speaking of roses, there's one. So pretty. So the corn still looks like a jungle. And right up above us, we did harvest all the grapes, and I made some more grape juice. Check out that video if you haven't. Oh, corn everywhere. So it's drying. There's one you can see drying. There's one all flopped over. There's a big one. So it really is good looking, and I'm going to have a good harvest for cornbread dressing. A squirrel, I'm going to say, got my only apple. That was aggravating. So my cantaloupes and stuff, they're just kind of sitting there because it's been too dry. Let's see if I can find a nice looking one. Here's one that's getting bigger. And I saw a Charleston gray. It is getting bigger. So you see my case knife bean, they are mostly dead. I did come out and harvest almost all of the seeds off already. Here's one. I've just been bringing those inside to dry. And I think had I kept them, I was gone, you know, so I did not keep them picked. That might have helped to have a bigger harvest if I had been able to keep them picked. So here is my okra. Look at that, it's so horrid. Most of it in the middle just collapsed. Let me pull one up again and show you the roots. See how knotty they are? That's from nematodes. I don't know why I don't invest in a nice harvest basket, because having a grocery bag is the most awkward thing, and I've been using one all these years. It's really not very efficient, not very wise. I'm sure I could find a basket that doesn't cost very much money, and it would save me a lot of time. So as you can see, my T.E. Martin original purple hull cowpeas are starting to produce, and they're looking really good all the way down. See all the little peas down there? So I'll get a good crop, I hope, and also some to save for seeds. I have a new little tomato plant here, and then a jalapeno pepper on each side of it, a couple of them. There's a few of the Martin Butterbeans. I should show you one of those. I'm going to go ahead and pick it. I only have about 12 plants, so I'm just growing them for seeds. Oh, and my new little attempt at growing a couple of summer squash in the toilet paper tubes. So far it's doing all right. But you see the cowpeas are kind of taking them over, so I'm not sure if they'll actually be able to grow. But they're looking healthy. Okay, here's the buckshot peppers. You see they're starting to get ripe. Those are so pretty. I doubt we even really eat many. I'll save some seeds, maybe make a jar or two of pepper sauce. There's just hundreds on there. I have more than I know what to do with. Here's my broken bell peppers. There is still one sprig sticking up with a bell pepper on it, but see where the stump broke there? Oh, so sad and aggravating. More pretty zinnias sticking their head through, and I see a gourd back behind there. Can you see it? Right there. The sun is pretty coming through the drying corn. Look, it is as tall as the heaven, and there's a dragonfly sitting up on top. Not sure if you can see that either. There's a dragonfly. How about that? Alrighty, basil blooming and going to seed. And here's a dry bean. See that? Hear it rattling. 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and pick these. Oh, another one. I don't want to lose them. Yep, there's another one. Oh, and there's a bunch right there. Look at that. A whole. Those need to dry a little longer. And there's another tomato just hanging on for dear life. A few more butter beans here and there. The Brussels, oh look, there's a gourd on this side of the fence. The Brussels have not changed much. And they've had a lot of pressure on them from the caterpillars. Look at them, they're just covered in those nasty cryptic worms. I can't keep them sprayed. See, what happens is I have to spray, but then I also have to water. So I spray and let it dry. Oh, there's a butter bean. And another butter bean. Over there. So yeah, but maybe when the weather cools off, the Brussels will get a little fatter. Maybe not. I mean, it'll still be enough to use, but all right, off we go. Oh, let me show you this too. Argentine ants. I think our home is built on a mound. They're everywhere. See, there they are going up and down that. They're everywhere. Like, I walk in the garden and I bring thousands inside with me. I've never seen anything like it. I wanted to show you my beauty berry. Is this its first year or second year? Can't remember. I think it's its first, but the berries are turning purple. So while I'm here, here's a green Butterbean. That would be what you call ready to pick. It's nice and fat, like to pick to eat. This is a T.E. Martin original pink-eyed Butterbean. Well, right now it just looks really plain. No pink eye. Yum. Oh, go ahead. Here's a dry one. Let's see what it looks like. Yep, look at there. A pink-eyed Butterbean. I've never seen any before. This is a family heirloom. I might offer these in my 200 subscriber giveaway. Ooh, I'm 3 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. So if you like this video, this is not my best video, but if you want, weekly or bi-monthly, if you want garden updates from my Organic Macon Georgia garden, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I think that notifies you, or at least it shows up on your YouTube subscriptions. Fig, I tore the top off of this one. For those of you who maybe you don't grow figs, or maybe you've never seen a fresh fig, just dry ones, that you buy at the store, but you open it up and it looks really kind of scary. I don't know if like you saw that you would choose to eat it, but it's delicious. Oh my goodness, mosquitoes. Oh. They're so beautiful. So delicious. Okay. I think that's all I got for you this week. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and come back and see me. I may not do a video next week, especially if not much is happening. I'll join in on the monthly collaboration. This is August already. 4 months till Christmas. So, you can look for me toward the end of the month, and we'll be starting some fall plants soon, like little broccolis and collards and kales and things like that. So come along with me as I do that. Thank you for watching. See you next time.